Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a sad day.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I had to get away from London.
I'm so Well, let's just fight. Let's just keep up with each other and just see what you've been up to.
Yeah. Well, I just took a couple of days off. I thought I'd go on a little skiing break, a little city break, and I'm here in Tyrrell, Austria.
Anytime you need to get away from working class British people, the best thing to do is to go to Austria.
Yeah,
they haven't dealt with their working classes quite as well as they have in Switzerland.
No, in Switzerland, but they just outsource. They just outsource everything, and I find that's the way really
to go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're ready to go, Carlos. Can you patch us in? Ready to go.
We're ready. We are ready to rock. Patch us in anytime now. You know, I was just sort of thinking, like, over coffee this morning. I was sitting out on my balcony just watching the snow fall, and I was thinking that torturers believe that when electrical shocks are applied to various parts of the body simultaneously, subjects are rendered confused about where the pain is coming. And then they become incapable of resistance, And I was just thinking, a declassified CIA counterintelligence interrogation manual from 1963 that describes the trauma inflicted on prisoners opens up an interval where maybe extremely brief, where it's like a suspended animation, like a psychological shock or paralysis. I was just thinking, that the similar theory applies to the economic shock or shock treatment. It's like an ugly
Can you say that for the show? Because I think our listeners deserve to hear that.
Sure. I think...
Are we on yet, Carlos?
Get us going, Carlos. I just want to have some thoughts about it.
Yeah, that's great.
I just have some thoughts.
I think you should. I think it's you're right.
What else are we going to discuss in the show? I was thinking we might go through, I've been reading a lot recently.
I would like to start off with my I just want to talk about the importance of Eton and Westminster Boys School.
It's so important.
Private schools is so important.
And to keep it private, just don't let anyone know what's going on in them.
A tiered system of education has no consequences. There's no
negatives whatsoever. As soon as you get those boys into the Scouts, then they're safe. That's
Are we on yet, Carlos?
Just get Carlos to turn.
Are we live?
Start discussing.
We're on Twitch. Yeah. We're live. Okay, so what happens, Carlos? What happens when people they see the tweet or the Facebook message and they go, "What's next up?" and they go to next up. What happens then? Do you guys
what
catch
happens
them through?
Then, Carlos? What happens then?
What's then? Okay, something's bad.
Right.
Lovely.
So let us.
Welcome, guys, to Virtue Chamber Echo Bravo. My name's Anthony, and I'm here with Philip. It's Anthony and Philip, and we're here to talk to you guys. Maybe help you heal.
Virtue Chamber Echo Bravo. We're gonna help you heal. We're just going to spend some time today sort of like working out what's actually taken place this weekend while I've been away here in Australia.
So, and I wanted to talk to you, Philip. The working classes were getting a little bit too close for comfort, and you decided, this is not great. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get over to Switzerland. Is that the idea?
Less is more. I'm here in Australia, it's so cool.
Austria.
And Austria, I said that, where all the Germans live. And so fun that I forgot that they put up that big monument to what's his name, Boris Johnson. They put that big statue up to him, like a big fridge. I thought that was so cool. Put a big fridge up, put a fridge up in the middle of the square, and then they had all of his bald friends come and just piss on it. It was really wonderful.
What they've done, though, it's very unique. They've got rid of their working classes, and in Switzerland too, I think.
Sure.
And because here's my idea. They are so unfortunate. What we need to do is get rid of the ones we've got, the whole British working class. Get rid of those. And we replace them with a new working class who don't love football so much.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
Double yes. And also, less football means there's more room on television for,
just good stuff.
Antique Roadshow or any of it, just sort of just anything.
Do you know what more of? Fleabag is so good.
Fleabag is so good. She's so wonderful. She's just got she's got so much experience.
Do you think any of those people yesterday have ever seen a single episode of Fleabag?
If they
I don't think so.
That they had, I don't think they'd be down there pissing on Boris.
Oh my God.
Because
absolute scum.
I know.
Scum. And it just, I've heard some crazy things. I heard someone say on the Twitter. Virtually defending them, saying, this is what happens when you have an underclass in a society based on class. And with a tiered education system and a tiered, and I'm like, I'm sorry, 7% of Britain went to private schools.
Yes.
Are we going to forget them?
Well, I'm not going to. Not anytime soon.
Why don't we get rid of Eton? Oh, okay. Why don't we just get rid of all of the Hollywood actors? Because most of them are from Eton. So.
Well, are we on yet, Carla?
I don't think we're even on yet. This is just us gasbagging. I'm not sure. I haven't thought through these thoughts to
roll that little clip we've got of the guys. I made a very I do a lot of directing in my acting. And I just put together this little roll of friends of mine. If you could roll that, Carlos, that would be really great.
Can you talk us through the filming?
I will. Yeah. Well, we just met. We thought, I got on my jet and I thought, I'm just going to go out there and see if people really want to take responsibility.
Yeah. What do you call this?
This is called I Take Responsibility, and it's so important. Great. It's really vital. I think this is vital.
Is it vital?
That's really important. Yes, it speaks truth to power. And I think that's really important.
It's
Someone's
vital.
got to speak truth to power. It's vital.
Is it on yet, Carlos? Because I don't know when I need to stop talking.
You think I'd look good with a mustache?
Carlos has been brought in from Spain, so
he's working. We haven't really checked his papers yet, but we will.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I know. Why should you have to do that?
No, I was thinking the other
video.
Oh, the mill. No, don't do that.
Just play that. We can just let's snigger at it. Let's snigger at it.
Downer.
Okay, let's snigger at it. Is it on?
Drinking, working, and living in a stone's throw of Millwall's ground.
Okay, this is only 45 seconds, and then we'll be back and we can just laugh at it. It's just basically.
Can we say that?
Oh no, it should be the outdoors wasteland.
At 13, and is well aware of his limited horizons.
Shall we?
Okay, now we can stop. Come back to us now. That's enough. Oh my God, that's the sort of.
I had to take my glasses off to really. Was that real?
Oh God, absolute gross, disgusting.
That's from 2017. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
I can't believe that. I mean, where is this in the world, and why?
It was Millwall in the olden days.
No, mate, that's right.
It was, mate.
That's Millwall.
Hey, with Millwall, we got to get up there, and blackbirds coming to meet us.
You've got to get careful when you're talking about Millwall, mate.
Oh, right, mate. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm a working class. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh, mate. Hello, mate. I'm here with papers, mate.
What you got under your hat? You've got a job.
I've got a job, yeah. Look at that. Oh, nice to see you.
Do you know what, mate? Yeah. I just been to prison in that. I love it in prison because it's free geezers.
Free meals.
Free geezers. Yeah. And you get 3 meals a day. Love a bit of that.
I got my hat. Did you like my hat?
I love your hat. I like your hat.
Nigel. It's called a Nigel Farage.
Yeah. No, you got the wrong accent, mate. We're doing London.
In London, mate. It's called the Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage.
What happens when I put it on is I just...
actually, do you guys know he's French?
He is, and his wife's German, and his children are Chinese. So it's a mixed-up, a jumbled-up, cookie world.
Farage. I think what happens is, I heard this guy say this on Twitter. He said, if you abandon the working classes, they'll find their own leaders, and you might not like which ones they choose. And I'm just like, are we making an excuse for these evil people?
You know what I mean, mate? You know what I mean? Wink, wink.
Yeah, bit of evil. Bit of evil. I'm a bit thick, I am.
Yeah, I'm a bit thick. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you something for nothing. Something for nothing.
I'm not even that good at fighting.
It's the statues, mate.
It's the statues. That's what it is. It's called statues.
That's what it's fucking right, mate. Statues. What we do is the statues. Get the statues down, mate. Get the fucking statue. Get the statues down, mate.
I guess there was a line though. Because I bet they could have we could have got away with just the slave traders and then maybe drawn the line at, say, the cenotaph.
Yeah,
because I knew that was just going to spark up, veterans of the oppressive wars we've done.
Sure.
So there's people who've murdered people in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And they're all like, I've got no leg. I'm sorry, your leg was your hate.
But you should have seen the other guy. That's, I'm Bobby Limbless, but here you should see Abdul a hand free.
Those guys are like, I'm not sure you should take my cenotaph and do that and I'm like, sorry, we want to take a big chunk of your identity.
Yeah, with the fall of France and Italy.
Oh, I love can I just get into the zone?
Yeah. Just with the fall of France and Italy's entrance into the war in 1940, the European continent, as I told you before, it's effectively sealed off the Arctic Circle to the Adriatic
I love how
Sea.
This just comes to you. This stuff.
Yeah. No, because I've learned it a lot.
Yeah,
and it was when that's where Prime Minister Winston Churchill knew that his company's security, defeated the Nazi Germans. Yeah.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah, and by December of 1940, after the Battle of Great Britain, he felt secure on the home front. So it's all because there was an assault on the Western Wall of Europe was needed, with huge resources and years of preparation. So the only remaining access to occupied Europe was via, get this, the threatened Balkans. So now Britain, they had political and moral obligations to Greece, which in Churchill's mind represented a potential military bridgehead with the continental Europe. And I just found that so interesting when I was thinking about, what Churchill really did for us. He spoke Greek. And I think that's important.
That's important.
So what
Churchill, do you know what? I have to tell you this. Do you want to hear a true story? Can I tell you?
What's the takeaway?
I'm sorry, I just want to tell a true story.
I'll tell a true story, and then we'll get to the takeaway.
My granddads had 2 brothers.
Oh my goodness!
Both died in World War I.
Oh my goodness!
Under Churchill.
Oh my God!
Gallipoli. However, Granddad is such an idiot. He still went to bloody Remembrance Days. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Going to Remembrance Days. Oh God, he was such a. I don't know why I brought that up. Sorry,
I don't know why you want
Churchill.
Why you want to remember? Well, I just think, what's the takeaway from what we've learned about?
That's it. That's it. I mean, that's the question. What is the takeaway?
What's the takeaway? What is? I mean, Oh, by the way, if anyone who's watching there would like to purchase, just a little ad break here, we are selling our Virtue Chamber Acro Bravo hair gel, texturing gum, which is available on our website. So feel free to
Just go in the shop, and you can donate whatever money you want to donate. You just donate it down there.
Yeah. Oh, because look, the thing is, we don't really agree with having to sell stuff.
Oh.
We don't. It's vulgar. We're kind of hoping for I think more of I'm not sure, a top-down communism?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, tops off communism.
Yeah, tops
off with freedom.
Why should everyone have to wear tops?
Well, I don't think we're going to have real freedom until we have true communism, until everyone's just free to be the same.
Yeah, I think it's right.
I think really.
Sometimes you've got to enforce the freedom.
Well, if everyone just, did what we said, then we wouldn't be here.
Now Carlos is in the background. He's in our ears.
He's in our ears. He's in our heart.
It's like, why do you have to have the Spanish guy in your ears? Why can't he be on screen? I get that
too.
It's
not his show. That's why, mainly.
Did you have the message from your actor friend? You got a buddy of your guys who was in Breaking Bad. Is he called Aaron?
Yeah.
Do you have that video?
Carlos, do you have the vid?
He sent a video to.
I did some directing when I was
Didn't you do an episode of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I was.
Do you know what I loved about Breaking Bad was the visceral closeness to the violence, but from the safety of my sitting room.
It was so violent, and it's so true.
I used to masturbate at the end
these things,
just thinking, I feel so alive.
Yeah, well, it does.
Real life is not as good.
Yeah, probably not.
That's just
probably not. Well, probably doesn't have the music running under it, so it's not as exciting.
Yeah, so that's
more, and you're probably doing it thinking, who's going to clean this up?
Oh yeah, that's true. I've thought of. I think that when I'm watching. I often
think of the cleaners. I often think of people like the little person you don't see in the show, the person that has to put the fingers back in buckets and stuff. Yeah. What about them? They should do a little show about them called Not So Bad.
That's the education level that
they've aspired to.
Some people want to, to clean. Now people can donate. Carlos, is there any chat on here? I feel like there's
people are very active today. Well, that's good because
people are very active today,
because activism is healingism. And
let's talk about some of the people. There's Tracy.
Yes.
Oh my God, we actually know a Tracy in this day and age.
Well, she was named after her grandmother, who passed away during childbirth, to her mother, who's also called Tracy. So she's a friend of mine. She's actually Tracy 3. Tracy, heal you, Tracy,
healing you all night. Tracy, oh Tracy.
Now, if you just hold your hand up to the screen and touch it to our hands, there you go. Just put your fingers against Anthony's fingers, or your palm against my palm, or your thumb. Just put your thumb gently against my thumb there, and just think. Take a deep breath, and we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out.
Okay.
Now do one more time and breathe in. 2, 4, 9, 7, 14. Breathe out. And now one really big one. Just breathe in and hold.
Breathing
in and hold.
Everyone's doing that at home.
Hold it and hold and hold and hold it and hold and hold.
Yeah.
And now you're ready for your paddy dive. I find a lot of our healing diving work.
Yeah.
It makes me snort too.
Really so you see a really great correlation between diving and meditation work.
I do.
Oh, great. Because I guess, isn't the heart deep in us? Is it about the depths of our personage?
It is.
So basically what we need is, if you want to heal yourself and get deeper within yourself, is you need a paddy license.
You need a patty. You need a patty soul license, which we are selling on our website.
Yeah, patty licenses
with our texture gum hair gel. Please go on to the shop, and if you want to get your patty license, soul patty license. And the thing I've learned a lot, if I've learned anything about diving of the soul,
if you've learned anything,
do it with a buddy. Do it with a buddy.
I've got the strongest.
Don't do free diving. You've got the flippers. You've got emotional flippers that take you right to the bottom.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a tank on.
No.
Do you ever feel that?
I just free dive. I free dive into your soul every time I see you, and I think it gets easier.
I can't see, but yet I feel like I can see.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. How are you in yourself?
I'm feeling a lot better being out here in Australia with the fresh air and the skiers. Just seeing like little children on sticks skiing around gives you that little zest.
It looks great out there, though.
It really does. I mean, the Australians have really done something right.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
Really good.
I'm always admiring them. I feel like they're forging a new path.
Yeah, and I was just out shopping today, and I saw, this isn't product placement, by anyway, but just got these eggs.
You got some eggs.
I just got, these are just.
Is that from Westbird Farm? What's that? Where is it from?
From Woodlands Farm.
Woodland Farms?
And this isn't product placement. There are no way are we attached to this company or trying to sell their eggs, but they are. Absolutely. Look at the state of those eggs. They're just nearly perfect.
Gorgeous eggs. Can I just
those are lovely eggs. Just have a sniff of those eggs. And if you get really close, it looks like a bump.
Those are great.
Look at that. Yeah.
Great.
Look at this little, that one there is my favorite.
And if I wanted eggs like that, I could just get them from Woodlands Farm?
You get them from just Woodlands Farm. They're available in any shop close to you at almost any time. Or if you're looking to buy something immediately, you can go onto the VCEB shop and get our Virgin Chimbraco Brevo hair gel. Yeah,
that's right.
So enough of that.
Enough of that. I've got this terrible feeling that there's no one watching.
Yes, Carlos, is there any other feedback we need to give?
We didn't promote it as well. Do you know what? If there's 5 people, that's enough. That's probably too much. I don't think we need any more than that. Oh, it's a lot more than 5, Carlos says. So that's intimidating. Thank you.
That's really intimidating.
I prefer to think there's 5, and then I can relax into
because there's 4 of us, and then 5 of them, that's 9.
So everybody at home who watched what was on the TV and it hurt you, like it hurt me.
Yeah.
And it scared you like it scared me.
Yeah.
Even when you saw how sort of old and bad at fighting and unfit and clearly lost a lot of them were, that didn't stop me from fearing them. From fearing people who are clearly poor. It didn't stop. I still feared them.
I think you should be allowed to fear whoever you want to fear. Like, I find fear, there's nothing more fearful than fear itself. And I mean, I just thought of that in the shower this morning. I
just couldn't believe the cops weren't bringing out their batons and just beating those guys. I saw one guy tweeted, and I agreed. He said, "I wish cops in our country had guns and you could shoot the first few."
Yeah. I think probably true.
I think that would probably calm it down.
Yeah. I think Ronald Gatlin would have something to say about that.
Who's Ronald Gatlin?
Man that invited the Gatlin gun.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, is he called Ronald?
Ron Gatlin. Dr. Ron Gatlin.
You know, I always thought his name was Stephen.
No,
Stephen
Gatlin. That's the brother Gatlin. Yeah, he was the one that was in Broadloom. Broadloom. He sold carpets.
What was that?
Carpets. He sold carpets right up to the the underlay and all that stuff.
Great, all that good stuff. Yeah.
It's funny how people can be associated with things they don't want to be, and Gatlin got a lot of heat.
Do you mean
because Dr. Ron was taking people out.
Do you mean like Ed Gamble from Procter and Gamble?
Could be.
They've got a little bit of a bad.
Well, I'm just wondering if James Acaster has changed his name to. I think he might be James Proctor.
James who?
Proctor. Acaster. Proctor.
James Acaster's James Proctor.
Proctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a lovely guy. That's why
you're a lovely guy.
It always surprises me who we choose to take the Mickey out of.
It always surprises me.
We always seems like we choose the nicest.
Yeah, well, they're you know, I mean, those guys care.
Though they do. They do.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think someone said to me the louder someone shows how pro things are, the more they might be hiding in them. I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, do you think if people are against something, they should really make a point of it?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be against it, you want to make sure that everyone knows.
Yeah.
You're not into things.
Yeah.
So,
well, like,
it's sort of like
the guy. Okay, and like he was saying something about like male feminists who go bang on and on and on are hiding some sort of sex issues.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a possibility.
I mean, I don't. I'm a male feminist, and who wants to know it? I want everyone to know it.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's who I am.
Yeah.
I guess maybe take me to court and sue me. Sus. You know.
Well,
that's me. That's me.
I try to avoid anything that has an institution attached. So court's not so good for me. And court's not so good for me. I try to avoid institutions of all kinds. So I think if we could bring the court down.
Yeah.
You know, like it's time to maybe just take the court rules. And then if we all just sort of sat around and said, okay, what do you want the rules to really be, guys? You guys, let's make the rules together and then live by them. Then we wouldn't have this big, bad, systematic hatred that we have.
There's too much hatred going on.
Too much hatred going on. I just wish we could all
Can I just try a little? Here's just a theory, and I'm just spitballing here.
Okay.
I'm listening. I don't think
I'm all
give the ideas.
Yeah.
I think so. If you go to university, that's really what everyone should be. It's like the bare minimum, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids that have some great ideas, and I just don't think we're listening to them.
I'm listening.
Okay, so let's say he was a bit of an upper class kid, and he went to Paris for a while.
Yeah.
And he came back, and I just don't think we followed it through to the end. But his name was he got to be known as Pol Pot.
Pol Pot.
Now he seems to get
Paulie. They knew him as Paulie. They knew him as
the ultimate posh student allowed to put his ideas into place. And I don't think that's true. I think that was they were cut short.
Yeah.
How do we know that we wouldn't have got there in the end? And also,
breathe.
No.
You know, it's really important to give rules time to breathe. I know when I'm doing my acting training and I'm doing the dance module with people, there's something funny about
my throat. I got something in my throat.
So when I'm in the dance module, the acting, why are you laughing at me?
I'm not. I was sneezing.
Okay. It's just one of those things that I like to get it right, because if you don't get it right, there's no point in moving on to character study or sense memory technique. You may as well stick with this dance. And I find as though you've really got to let them breathe. Really let it breathe. Sort of just give them a little something and then let it breathe. And I think that's really important. Yeah. I mean, I can't put too much importance on letting it breathe.
Have you been following Bill Al's acting classes? Bill Al's,
I know Bill. Yeah, he's very good.
He's a really great actor, and I love what he's doing.
He's done so much for people,
for actors,
everyone. Yeah. I was And I was just thinking that, the dance is not a fundamental part of the body work.
You were just thinking that?
Yeah. I was thinking like its role, its contributory role is
hang on,
important exercise.
Do you need to switch to your sunglasses? They've got the right prescription in?
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's better. And you need to keep your head up. That's there. And then put more stutters into it. Okay, I'm listening. I love when you get on a roll.
Excellent. I think it's excellent. The directive for the position of the arms, legs, and back, like ballet exercises at the bar are splendid. I really do think that. I really, really believe that. I'm not just making that up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm listening.
I think it's important to learn from your dance positions, to acquire ways of developing.
Well, Philip, can I just stop you there?
You can.
Is it thanks to its promotion and development by acting teachers who were former students and the many translations of theoretical? His system acquired an unprecedented ability to cross cultural boundaries and develop dominating debates about acting in the West? Am I right on that?
I think you're right. I think the responsibility for creating an ensemble and for artistic integrity, it's expressing this all over your performance, and it lies with the director. I think this applies to external shaping of the performance. I think we need, we need a regisseur who is a psychologist.
Oh yeah, like I don't know who that is.
Who is an artist. I mean, just in order to teach other, the regisseur must know his subject.
Well, like Salvini said, remember when Salvini disagreed with Coccola?
Oh yeah, Coccola. But Coccola was he had
his interpretation of Othello, I thought, approached what we would call the art of representation.
Sure, but I think he was traumatized by his STDs. I think
we all are.
Well, he's particularly just didn't cope with it well, and the consumption took him in the end. But
if you get that herpes, you never get rid of that.
He should, I think what you really need is some sense of the actor's psychotechnique.
I think you find that
and approaches to their part
perfectly illustrated in Anton Chekhov's The Cherry Orchard. If you're trying to approach the role of Charlotta, you need the psychotechnique.
Let's suppose that the director is a strong figure in the theater. Let's suppose that, right? Okay, and then the production plans moves into the first place, and then the main emphasis is first theatrical effect, as we all know, plot, action, etc. But there's so much inventiveness, so many stunts, plottings of various groupings, and effects of importance that it can help the performer. And the role of the actor. Now, this is something I just thought of.
This is key.
I was just telling my legs off this morning after my shower when I thought this, that the role of the actor will be regaled to that of an accessory. A subject to be used by the director. And I think I think we need to give that time to breathe. Really let that breathe.
Okay. Yeah.
And maybe while we let it breathe, I'm gonna just play a little music.
I just wanted to add to that though, Philip.
Yes.
I think the thing is, let's not forget the physical action.
No.
I think Stanislavski further elaborated his system with a more physically grounded rehearsal process that came to be known as the method.
I think it wasn't called the method really until years after he passed
away. Well, the term itself was only applied to his rehearsal process after his death, wasn't it?
Exactly. And I think that's so important to understand that they gave him time to breathe when he wasn't breathing. When he stopped breathing, that's when the breathing started. And I think we can take away a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the takeaway on that.
What's the takeaway? Let's take.
I'd just like to say a big salute out there to Benedict Cumberbatch, who's the great guy.
Hey, I know Ben's in today, so
he's a guy.
I'm so sorry we couldn't have you on.
Hey, buddy.
We just had the bandwidth.
And also, Tom is here.
Oh, he's had a really hard time. A really hard time.
All the guys we met, a whole band of them. We were out in Soho.
Carlos, can you roll in my tape?
You guys sort that out while I just talk about. I met all those guys and we were all joking around. A lot of them had met at Eton. And do you know what I said to them? I said, you guys, you don't rely
Carlos,
on
can
that.
you
never relied on
play
it.
in the tape?
Oh, okay.
Can you roll that tape in that I made, that I directed, my little piece for the movement? You don't have it there. Okay, well, you know what? You're fired. You're fired, Carlos.
Oh,
no, I
I'm
mean,
not sure
what
about that.
I just feel so angry.
I'm not sure
this
that's
is such
a good
an important.
idea.
It was such an important part of our healing today that I just don't know if we're going to get the full effect of the healing.
Would you want to walk us through what it was? Can you help us? Because a lot of us are dying to know.
A lot of people want to know. I might try and just share my screen with you guys.
That'd be great.
Only the host can share it.
Are you the host?
Yeah,
oh, can you, Carlos? Can you make Philip a co-host? Yeah.
You let me co-host. Thank you, Carlos.
Yeah. I'll keep everyone a little bit busy with. I'm just gonna do some. I'm gonna hum now, and this humming I'm doing now is a little song I call 8 Seconds from Destruction, because we all know that the space is the light from the sun takes 8 minutes to reach us here, and in those 8 minutes we don't know if the sun's gone out, guys. We just don't know if the sun's gone out. And so I'm going to bring up a black hole now. You know, one of God's ways of saying to us, well, as if there was a God. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. But it is their way of saying, welcome to the danger zone. I'm going to take you right into the danger zone. I'm a black hole. Okay, come with me, guys. Come with me. This is going to heal you. Everybody hum along with me. You're all at home. You got a black hole. Get a picture of a black hole up, guys. Look at the event horizon. There it is. There's the event horizon. There's the event horizon. Look at that. And all swirling around that. That's the pain. Let's let it all go in there, okay?
Okay.
Oh, what the frick is going on? Happened. Oh my God. What is I mean, that is weird what you're doing. Oh, hello.
I take responsibility.
Oh, okay.
You got it? There we go.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility for every unchecked moment.
For every time it was easier to ignore than to call it out for what it was.
Every not so funny joke. Every unfair stereotype.
Every blatant injustice, no matter how big or small.
Every time I remained silent.
Every time I explained away police brutality.
So true.
Yeah.
Or turned a blind eye.
You're a bad person for being
I
that way in the
take
first place.
responsibility. Black people are being slaughtered in the streets, killed in their own homes. These are our brothers and sisters, our friends, our family.
Yes.
Now that
we are done watching them die.
It's going to be fine.
We are no longer bystanders.
Now it's so easy now.
We will not be idle. Enough is enough.
I will no longer allow an unchecked moment.
Ooh, gutted about that.
I will no longer allow racist, hurtful words, jokes, stereotypes, no matter how big or small, to be uttered in my presence.
No,
I will not turn a blind eye.
She was an American horse.
Going for a jog should not be a death sentence. Sleeping in your own home should not be a death sentence.
Playing video games with your nephew should not be a death sentence.
Shopping in a store should not be a death sentence. Business as usual should not be life-threatening. I stand against hate.
I stand against hate.
I stand against hate.
I stand against hate.
They hate their
I
agents.
will stand against
I think they
hate
should have
in
stood
love.
for hate
I
already.
will make my presence known.
And killer cops must be prosecuted. They are murderers.
Yes, we can.
We can turn the tide.
Yo.
I've given
It is time
$3,000
to take
of my
responsibility.
fee
Call
to
out
this.
hate. Step up
I think
and
he's
take
acting.
action.
I don't think he meant that.
I think you've got a problem. Anyway,
Okay, that's me.
Okay, so did that work? I'm back now.
Here's your mom and dad. They look fantastic.
Am I back now?
You're back. But you look so tired.
I'm so tired.
Oh,
It's just-
that was beautiful. So those guys, in one way, are bad because they were racists, but now they're not. So that's a win, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I really felt like we got together to do that. We all went out for oysters after, and
That's
and
symbolic, isn't it?
Juliana was really saying,
Juliana,
she is a vegan, and she was just chewing away on the oysters, and I was like, wait, hang on a minute, and she's like, oh well, it's my little cheat, it's my little thing.
I remember.
I have, and yeah.
They did a lovely video. It's very similar about the bees. And I wonder if they see an equivalence. Is that what they were saying?
Well, probably. I don't even know if they could spell equivalence, but they'd pay someone else to.
And they're against hate. Those guys are against hate.
We're all against hate, I hope. But that's really going to drive it home. And I think a lot of young kids who look up to Aaron Paul and Juliana and those guys are going to really change the way they think now.
Yeah, because
really
people at the moment,
people
have a lot of time for celebrities at the moment.
Yeah,
I think that celebrities they're so important right now.
They're really important.
So many people. They're going to change a lot of minds. You know, a cynic might say, "Oh, they're going to talk to people who already think that." Yeah, I don't think so. I think what this is going to do is it's going to bring people that they don't have any contact with are going to go.
They've got a real fan base, and I think we can get those people involved.
Yeah,
you're talking about thousands of people.
I wonder if any of them have any friends who are from any other ethnic backgrounds than white. I don't think is that important? Is that important while they're banging on like that?
I mean, I don't think.
If you knew some people who are black, let's say, does that change?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if it does. Yeah. You know what? You just what I love about these Sunday sessions with you is you just really make me think.
Yeah,
you know, and I really really thought a lot of thoughtful stuff going on here.
Yeah, well, this is why I get so excited. Like even the night before, I just think, Philip is going to challenge me at some point on one of my views, and I'm going to find something new to think.
Just really great to just just really get involved, get into it, you know, and
not just be unpick it.
So many people are just so surfacey.
Well, do you know what? Do you know what it is, Philip? We're having an extended conversation.
Whoa.
You know, like so Joe Rogan talks to different people for 3 hours each time, and we talk to just each other for 45 minutes.
If we're lucky. Yeah. If you're lucky.
And we do it once a week, and he does it.
We do it once a week. He does it a lot, yeah. So he probably does a lot more talking than you.
Carlos, could you close your ears? But I'm thinking we need to when they're closed down for a month, we need to do our own Twitch channel, Philip.
Yeah.
And I just want to know if the audience would follow us to our own Twitch channel.
Will all 5 of you come with us?
Well, just come with us, all 5 of us. And there's 7 of us.
There's 7 of us.
We'll be a team.
We'll be a team. We'll be like the Jackson.
And we'll get some new Twitch kids. My son's already got a whole gang of kids who will follow. And we've got a fun little game where they're going to try and get their parents' credit cards.
Yeah.
Send money to us. So that's
fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah, because they know that all the money goes to a good cause.
Yeah. So
it goes to the
if you guys goes to the Owls
and to space.
Just because we're so against product placement and you're never going to catch us out.
Management talked to me about this. They said I've got to present it in a better. Oh my God, I am so... Yeah, that's it. I am
thirsty.
So
thirsty.
Right now.
I am really thirsty.
Gosh, can we just have a little quick break, Carlos? Don't pressure us.
Just... Maybe... Have you got, is there anyone there looking for some healing? Can you read is there anything that needs to be done?
Someone wants to heal their tiredness?
Oh.
Okay. This is an easy one.
Yeah.
You need to seek out your favorite corporations. That's what you need to do right now. And find out what they're doing for the world that's good. So, for example, HSBC, it's a bank. Whatever. Sue them.
Sue them.
They have said a campaign that says, I forget, and they were going, London is for all of us.
Yeah.
And that helped me. That tired me out. I was on the bus.
Yeah.
I read that and I went, oh God, that makes me so sleepy. Knowing that HSBC is onto it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think, Amazon, Philip, help me out on this one.
Well,
people need to learn how to sleep.
Really only after I'd been in Baghdad for about a month that I actually found what I was looking for here. I've been traveling
Baghdad, I thought you were in Austria.
No, I'm just talking about what my interactions with the corporate world.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, and I'd been in Iraq for about a year.
Yeah,
at the height of what should be a construction boom. But after weeks of searching, I'd not seen a single piece of machinery apart from tanks and Humvees, and then I saw it. A construction crane. It was a big yellow. It was impressive. And then we caught a glimpse of it around the corner of this busy shopping district. And I thought, finally, I'm about to witness some of the reconstruction that I'd heard so much about. But as I got closer, I noticed that the crane was not actually building anything.
Oh.
Like, not none of the bombed out government buildings. They still lay in rubble across the city, and nor the many power lines that remain twisted in heaps in the heat of the summer.
What's good is I think Amazon has some connections to that, so that's good.
Well, I think Amazon. This was the rebuilding of Baghdad. A lot of people don't realize that's what Bezos. Bezos is an Iraqi name.
Yeah, Bezos is actually
Bezos.
Actually, do you know what? You're wrong. It's not an Iraqi Arabic name. I'm sorry. It's actually Kurdish.
Oh my goodness, it's so true. Oh my God,
which is weird.
He was born in a little town just outside Mosul.
Sorry, I was wrong. It was Iraqi. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Arabic,
but he said it's Arabic, but he's also Kurdish looking, so it's easy to make that mistake.
He's just got their best interests at heart.
Yeah,
he's got all of our best interests at heart.
He sure does. He just pours money into the economy. He's not taking in any way. That's what I love about the man.
Yeah.
He's fair. He's got human rights at the forefront of his policy.
His policy.
His politics. And him and Tim Martin from Weatherspoon's fame are just so good to their employees.
Yeah.
I think so. I really only buy things off Amazon now, and I only really drink it. I was just hoping there was a Weatherspoons here in Tyrrell, Australia, and it's just really
I think they've eliminated anywhere for poor people to drink there.
Yeah,
they don't have poor people. They just got rid of them, and that's going to be the next movement here in Britain, is to really finish them off. We need to finish off.
I am so thirsty. That is such a nice... What is that? Oh, I've never had one of those before.
Yeah, that's Diet Coke. I find it really refreshing.
Yeah, I find it refreshing, and actually helps you lose weight, I think, is most importantly.
I think... yesterday was a good example of, if we're not going to get into any land wars, if we don't need any cannon fodder, what are you going to do with your cannon fodder? I guess just let them run around and
get them involved. Stuff. Get them involved in sports.
Oh yeah.
Get them involved in sports.
We could get them picking eggs at the chicken farm.
We could. I mean, there's a lot of eggs are going off now because of the corona thing. And I hate
remember
it.
that? Remember coronavirus? What?
yeah.
Oh my God! Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, we just don't. That's really done in a lot of our manual labor. So
I don't think everybody has been handling it as well as, say, you or I have.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like I've been really great, and you've been really great. And the work you do, a lot of the work you do. Oh, I know. Let's not even get into that.
Well, we're near the end of our show, and I can't believe the time
What's
is.
the takeaway? What's the takeaway?
Everything. Yeah. Everything has just flown so fastly.
Really,
it really has. And I think that a lot of the work that you do, Philip.
Yeah.
I think what I love is, I remember we were in university together, and then you worked all over the place. But I remember some of the work you were doing at that time, and the bringing of people together.
Yeah, thank you.
Also,
thank you.
I just thought some of the initiatives that you started were very they were necessary.
Well, you remember when I started Pushback Theater Company, and then we refused to perform. I had that auditorium full. There was 800 friends of mine that I forced to go there, and then we just refused to do our show.
But a lot of people got the wrong idea about what Pushback was about.
Yeah, exactly. So, and even I, to a certain extent, is unclear what it's.
Really? Yeah.
So
you are unclear about Pushback Theater.
Theater. So if I'm unclear about it, and there's an audience full of people waiting to see something, as there may be today during this show, think of it as a pushback.
Yeah,
we're just pushing back.
We're pushing back.
Whatever you expect.
And confirming. What I'm going to do, what I'd like to do after our shows, and then for the rest of the week, is I try and speak to people. I know it's a danger, but I like to speak to people who think the same as me.
Yeah.
And I find that it gets on a nice feedback loop. You build up confidence.
Yes.
And it's easier to dehumanize the people you don't like.
Yes, exactly. It's easier.
And the only way we're going to get rid of the people we don't agree and don't like is to dehumanize them. And I mean, that's the mission, isn't it?
Sometimes in our lives, we all have friends. We all have responsibility. So push back. If you can try,
cross that bridge.
When you will.
Sometimes you can't see through the grass.
Loan me.
You can't see through the grass.
$5 and loan me 10 more.
And
loan me some shoes.
Space.
For it won't be space.
That's where I am.
Space.
Now I'm in the grass. Now I'm back in space again.
So are we on yet, Carlos?
I don't think it's started yet.
Let us know,
Carlos.
when we're
what
on.
time is it supposed to start?
Let us know when we're on, and we'll start.
I'm going to try and tidy it up a bit. Some of the things I said felt just a bit harsh.
I felt that we were too exuberant today.
Did you?
And
I just couldn't decide about whether I'm a floating space entity or whether I'm just a well-lit guy whose eyes you can see. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
In a live situation, it's all about looking into the eyes, but I don't think it matters when you're floating in space.
No, I don't think anything matters when you're floating in space. And that's
I believe the children are the future.
Oh, yeah.
Chamber, Echo
Bravo. Thanks so much for Carlos. Just let us know when we can start.
Yeah.
And just pop us on.
We're still warming up. I'm at a meeting on a business trip, and we're all meeting there. I'm on a flight back to you. I'm on the flight back to you. I'm in
Hey.
space again.
Hello.
Hello, I am space.
Hello, space.
Join me in space again.
Join him in.
Yes, please.
Let's just
Keith Moon, before he died, made a record of meditation music.
Yeah.
So this is in honor of Keith Moon.
Keith was really into his meditation. I think we've learned a lot from him.
He really was. He was
really
not a
was
nihilist.
great. He was not a nihilist.
He loved a fill. His drum fills. It's like he was addicted to them.
Yeah. Just couldn't get enough of
There
them.
was the guy who had the spirit of post-war Britain flowing through him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of people big fans of Ted Nugent and
no,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I think
I said I was a big fan of Ted Nugent.
I hope so. Was.
And a Wango Tango. I just thought that's so wrong. You know what I mean?
I just don't. Do you know what? I've erased him. I don't even know why he is a Oh God, that's sexist. Somebody sent me that photo. Sorry, God, I feel disgusted with myself. There, that's better. I hope that works for you guys. That's how you can get on to.
So if we just I think we should just take it out before we start our show.
Yeah, we've got 3 minutes before it all starts, so we're just going to wind up this warm up. Let's just. What are we taking away from it? What's the takeaway? And I think for me, the takeaway is people are lost.
Yeah,
and they need
lost
stone
in space.
Circles. Lost in space.
Yeah. They're lost.
Hey,
we're all a little lost.
That's right. That's so right.
We're all a little lost. Lost is such a fun word.
Thank
you. Be careful who uses lost. And I think just want to hold my glove up and say power to the glove wearers.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we are all lost in space. I think we're lost without our stone circles.
Lost our stone circles, and we just what's the takeaway?
I'm hiding inside the land.
I think it's really time to take responsibility and speak truth to power.
Yeah. Thank you, Hollywood. Thank you, Eton.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you know what? Thank you, Westminster Boys School.
Yeah.
Because without you guys, there's no Louis Theroux. I'd like to put it to you this way. Louis Theroux, good. Thugs, bad. So one of them is good. One of them is bad. So why can't we be more like all of those guys, like Louis Theroux?
Louis Theroux.
We should be more like those guys.
Be more like Louis. That's a takeaway. John Ronson, Louis Theroux, Arnold Palmer,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Arnold Palmer, and
80% of the comedians.
80% of them. Anyone that's over 5 foot.
Yeah, the short ones are. Depends. It's all about balance, isn't it?
Listen to that. I feel so relaxed now.
Yeah. Well, I think if you judge this as a show, the warm up, you'd think, oh, that wasn't great at all. But if you judged it as a healing experience, I think you feel pretty good.
Yeah. I hope that people are healing as we speak. Listen, I got to go out and hit the slopes because they had a whole night of snow last night, and there's just about 6 foot of powder out there.
Is there?
Yeah.
That is one of the best ways to heal.
Yeah.
Is just snow.
Yeah, I just get out there in the snow and I just hit the powder and just sort of just do some,
Good to see so many other Brits out there too.
I cut some rails. Yeah, I cut some rails and I just really go mental. I put all my energy into the navigation of my ski.
And then you build up, get ready to go back to your work. Yeah. Well, I'd like to thank everyone before we start the show. I've got a lower back issue.
Oh no!
That I'm going to need to go and address.
Okay.
I'm not.
You look like one of the stones from Easter Island.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going for. So that's nice.
That's what you've done. You look you look like you fit into Stonehenge.
I got a lot of comments from people saying that they preferred me to be within a photo rather than in front of it. Yeah,
I think you look really good in it.
Yeah. So, in summation, I feel
just before we start,
I feel.
That's all you got to say.
That's it.
I feel. Just
and I think that's
if you're just sort of tuning in, just getting in here a little early, just before we start, just say to yourself, I feel.
Just get on them.
Look, sit down, get a little tiny mirror, hold a mirror in front of you, just look in the mirror and say, I feel.
Close your eyes and spend an hour just speaking to us we are going to meet you inside your brains. We'll see you in there, guys.
See you inside your brains.
Bless you all. And don't forget.
Yes.
Is it over? I mean, what?
Well, let's get started. Right. Okay. Ready to go and
action.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Okay, let's talk about let's not talk about any of the business.
Let's not talk. Let's do a silent show.
Okay, should we just sit?
Yeah.
Yes, sit.
Yeah. I'm just going to grab a quick coffee before we start, and then I'll be back.
Okay,
great. I'm really looking forward to today's show, Anthony, because you've got some great ideas.
Yeah,
great ideas.
I loved our meeting earlier.
Really good.
It was a great meeting. I loved the ideas we came up with. Carlos had some really great input.
He's so good, and it was all in a different language,
great.
Which brings a flavor.
Great.
It's like a little Spanish stew. It's like a little paprika.
So great. Have you seen his house?
No.
Have you been to his house?
No, but
I heard such a big house.
He lives with his father here.
He's got six lovers all live in his house with.
At least don't wee out of my bum.